Welcome to the Bristol Music Show, episode 2.
It's been a pretty busy week since we saw you last week. Cecile released her EP at Cafe Kino. There was another EP as well from Mr. T and the Minions, which was released this week.
EP crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I was at the Poor Old Dogs and Lonely Tourist gig on Saturday at Oxford. It was pretty good. Good night.
I went to a gig as well. Down at Lakota, saw Tim Westwood and Jay Spades.
Not Bristol.
Yeah, not Bristol.
Not Bristol, but Westwood. Come on. Come on.
Anyway, enough about us and enough about that. Here's what's coming up on today's show. Thad meets hip-hop artist This Is DA to talk about his latest EP, Based Off Black. We've got a sneak peek of the new music video from Oh The Guilt. The world is listening at Talking Women in Music over at the Canteen. And this week we've been talking about websites that buy gig tickets in bulk and resell them at a higher price. We'll ask you what you think about them. But first, Sam Brockington is live in session for the Bristol Music Show this week. Here's his first track recorded on a rare sunny day at the Leftbank in Stokescroft.
What you show, it's what you know, it's what you know. So ready withdrawn from a life, the lightens the load, be ready to explode. Reveal from my pulse in your bones, yeah. Oh, always the first to make a move. Don't follow, so really withdrawn, oh, from a life, the lightens the load, you're ready to explode. Reveal the marbles in your bones, yeah. Oh, now it's the first to make a move. You don't follow,
So a massive thanks to Sam Brockington, helping with supporting the Bristol Music Show. He's performed at our living room gigs, helping us generate money via the crowdfunder, and helping to support all the wider musicians in Bristol. So big up.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. And we'll have another live track from him later on in this show. In the meantime, just to let you know that his single Follow is going to be released on the 7th of December. So we're quite excited for that one.
And all this week at the Canteen, The World is Listening, an organisation, has been taking up residency, and they're doing drop-in sessions, workshops and putting on gigs. And we were quite intrigued, so we took Yelena down, who's from the show, to find out a bit more.
So you've been here since Monday.
Yeah.
What exactly have you been doing?
Lots. There's been loads of people from the Bristol music industry coming in and talking about their jobs or their music and kind of creating an environment in a drop-in between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m, which is carrying on this weekend. Just an environment to kind of support each other, have the conversation about gender music, bring your laptops in and sign up to PRS, all kinds of stuff.
We've been going since January this year. And the idea initially was to bring women together, so selfishly I could meet some more people, and with the idea of putting on a music industry conference that people could come along to, run by women and with a focus on raising awareness of the issues that women face in the music industry. Specifically in Bristol, I noticed that there were lots of women working in various jobs, but perhaps not the person you would think of when those companies were mentioned, but doing a lot of the back of house work. So I wanted to address that and bring them to the forefront. I also think that we want to educate and encourage young women to get into the music industry in roles that aren't necessarily thought of as female roles.
Your brother's blues left their prints in all the wrong directions. So describe him from our tree.
We don't see music as a gendered art form, and we want women to know that this is an option for you, whether it's a hobby, whether it's just you're not a musician and you connect with it, or if you want to work in the industry. We've been working with the Bristol Women in Music, who are just an amazing group of women working in the industry.
Monday we spent the afternoon with The World Is Listening, and we were just there for people to come and talk to about Bristol Women in Music. And what was also great is because we've got lots of job roles involved in that, they can ask us about individually what we do. For me, it's about encouragement and knowing that there's a support network there that you can fall back to and ask advice from, and feel that you have somewhere to go to get answers for questions.
When it comes to experimenting and learning new ideas, there's a lot of research and personal stories I've heard from women and men that a mixed space, you respond very differently from a same-sex space on both sides of it, with how brave you can be and the confidence you have. And if you've got an hour to learn something, you really need to throw yourself into it. So that people have called out for those spaces to us, so we're providing that for now. But when it comes to drop-in, everyone is welcome, and we really need all genders as allies when it comes to equality. When it comes to any kind of equality, not just gender equality, we all need to be allies together. So please come and support everybody and be part of it, definitely.
So thanks to Nuala and Abby and everyone else at The World Is Listening. They've been taking residency for the whole week, and I don't know, I think it's quite a cool idea. I don't know what you guys think, but to have kind of a drop-in session that's free, musicians can go along and get advice. It's quite hard being a musician to kind of access things and work out what you're doing and where you're getting information from.
I think being around a group of musicians in an environment where you're like, okay, we are here to get better and we are here to make a plan and be the best musicians that we can be. I reckon that must be super encouraging, especially if they're all individual artists. You get that comfort of being in a group, being in a band, like touring with people, sharing those stories with people. So yeah. Big up Nuala.
And they're there for the whole weekend, so you can still get down. They're there till Sunday.
Yeah, definitely. What's coming up next?
I'm going to be chatting to a Bristol hip-hop artist called This Is DA. He's just released some new material, and we're actually talking about extortionate gigs, extreme ticket prices. Are you paying too much for something that you should be paying a little less for?
Probably.
Bit infomercial, but still.
And taking us up to the break, we've got another exclusive video. It's pretty cool.
We're quite good with this exclusive thing.
Yeah.
aren't we?
I'm not sure how long we can keep it going, but you know,
Right,
we'll
I
see.
dunno.
This is an exclusive track from Oh the Guilt. The video isn't released until Sunday, the 15th of November, and as a special exclusive, when they release the video, you can download their single for free.
Just for that day.
Just for the day. It's pretty cool. This is White Car.
Welcome back. Later on in the show, we're going to be talking about those websites, you know, like Get Me In and StubHub, where you can get gig tickets, but they're pretty expensive and they seem to pop up pretty quickly after they go on sale as well. So do you buy tickets from there? What do you think about them? What do you think about the price of them? We're going to be talking about that later. But first,
so I do a show for BBC Radio Bristol called Beats, Breaks and Bass, and it goes out once a month. And I often celebrate one particular artist from the area that's really caught my eye and that's really been putting in work. So recently I chatted to a guy called This Is DA, Bristol-based hip-hop artist and producer. And this is what he had to say.
This is DA, hip-hop musician based in Bristol.
Based off Black, just released right now, and you get loads of support from the Mobo Academy, blogs like Ear Milk, Hype Track, and BBC Introducing have been playing your music for years. You know, so it was about time we got you down here in the flesh, in front of the camera, to give us a little chat about what you've been up to and how things are going so far. So, again, you know, congratulations on releasing the EP.
Thank you.
I mean, other than what we've seen and what we've read and whatnot, how has it been received amongst you and your peers? And
yeah, it's definitely been well received. I mean, it got the kind of response I expected it to get. People listening to the words and they're focusing on like the little picture inside each and every song instead of just like the whole thing and getting hyped by like just the beats or whatever. They're kind of listening into exactly what I was trying to say, which is perfect. For every single song, I'm just looking for something different, looking for a different mood, just trying to delve into my mind and pick out the right melody. Once I find the right beat, it's on. Like, if the words they come out. So it's never a problem once I found each and every beat on this project. So I'm happy with how it turned out.
Very honest, very grounded. You said the lyrics come quite easy to you, but I mean, what was it you wanted to get across? Like, what story are you telling?
My story, literally, I'm just telling my story. Just as a person, yeah, I'm just perpetually pensive, just always inside my own mind, just like, even when I don't notice it, I'm just stuck thinking about just the different layers of just different things. And it all comes out in the raps. I mean, just day to day, my existence is like kind of a lonely one, and that's the story I was just trying to tell, just of like a lonely young guy just walking through the world, just trying to find himself and like just the trouble that you run into. From Sell Me, from the Based Off Black EP. They take me for a mug, then they aim for my head. Either way, I'm getting shot or arrested instead. You see, the land of the free's been controlled by the feds. I'm grateful I don't see the way they're really going in. Other side of the pond where they watch a brother sink. He sings a sweet song, they send him to sing. With your future in a balance, you're just hanging on their whims with no strings attached like a useless swing, and I'm moving in like, whoa. Request respect, they're like, no. But man, that's really cold. How can you deduce from my clothes that I drink, burn a bit of wood and shift? See, sticks and stones may break my bones, but I got you kip on my dick. And if they coming for my home, I guess it's time to up sticks. I ain't taking this
A lot of what you listen to isn't just normal, like traditional hip hop. So what type of sounds, what type of genres are you usually checking for?
Yeah, it's interesting because I make kind of a classic hip hop sound. People probably think I listen to a lot of like classic hip hop. I listen to a lot of punk music from the 70s, 80s, grunge especially, Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Minor Threat, one of my favorite bands. I just literally just discover whatever I like. Outside of music, I kind of just like stick to what I like doing, watching documentaries, movies, just taking in information is just my thing. I just got an addiction for it. Skating, just hanging, taking photos, just being creative. I always need to just make something new every day, and that's the idea, just art, and just live to just sort of put something new on the earth, I think.
So that was This Is DA. Make sure you guys go and check out that Based Off Black EP, released a little bit earlier on in the year. And it's amazing, number one, but I mean, the guy has such a decent and pure energy from where he's delivering it from that, yeah, it's something really worth supporting. And he's local, of course. I mean, we play it on the show, right? So what do you guys think of it?
Yeah, we've been playing it a lot. I love that it's a free download as well, because I've downloaded it for free. I really enjoy it, and I actually think that he doesn't really sound like many other people in the city.
Yeah,
so I really like that.
Yeah, no, I really like it, and I love it about the radio show and the TV show is that I would never have heard that if you hadn't have played it. So thanks, Dad.
Team.
And what I also like about the radio show and the TV show is that you got him to do something stripped back.
Yeah, definitely as well. I had to draw him out of his comfort zone just a little bit, but yeah, he really has some content that's worth taking a listen to. Yeah, so.
And that's what we do on the radio show as well. We do acoustic sessions, so it's nice to make that link. Now, this week, talking about the radio show audiophiles, Matt has been getting a little bit angry, hasn't he?
It's been a little bit grumpy.
Frustrated, Matt.
Yeah, he's been talking about, I call them secondary ticket websites. So basically, trying to get a gig ticket, you can't get it, so you head over to a different website that's not the official one. They've got your ticket, but it's twice the price. So I don't know what you guys think, but I find that quite frustrating. But it's happening more and more at the moment. So we wanted to ask you, do you do it, and what do you think about it?
If you buy a ticket off the correct website, they charge you a reasonable price. As soon as you for example, if a band sells out, they hike the prices up, and they make it really difficult to get hold of tickets.
Love Saves the Day, like tickets, they would have come out like yesterday or something, and then so many students I know will just buy tickets for the sake, like they'll be like 15 quid at the moment, and they'll just buy them now, buy them in bulk, like 4 or 5 tickets, and then just sell them like a month or like a week before it's on, and they'll just make so much profit.
I don't really like shopping online generally. I find it quite stressful. So I like being out on the street, being a bit spontaneous. If someone was to come my way, then I might consider it.
I'm an artist myself, so if I ever go to buy, I prefer to buy off the band themselves. I'll buy a CD off the band, get the band to sell it to me.
If I really need it, I can do it, because the cheap one is finished. Then what am I going to do? I'm going to buy the expensive one. It's the way it works.
Whenever I buy tickets to go to see any other musician play, I buy through a proper company, because all the correct bits of money go to the correct people.
But online, touting, no. Touting on the street,
yes.
So on next week's show, we've got Lady Nade live in session in a laundrette. We've also got Mercury Prize nominee C. Duncan performing live with audiophiles.
Sounds a pretty good show.
Oh, it is. It is. Before that, we're going to leave you with our last session track from the man that is Sam Brockington.
What's it called?
Is Sea Anemone. Anemone? Sea Anemone?
Sea Anemone.
That one.
Sea Anemone.
See an enemy.
Sea Anemone.
See you later.
See ya.
Bye.
I've been in Bristol for 3 years now, so I just finished uni, and as soon as I got to Bristol, the music scene was so vibrant, and like it just got me back into my music, and realised I wanted to stay.
They all do.
So yeah, I caught the bug a bit in the Bristol music scene.
Dwelling predatory, waiting at the bottom, waiting for the current to call. Carry me cold and carry me, open up my arms. Well, I've been talking to the enemy, full of it and free to be, waving at the bottom, waving as they float on by. Say goodbye now, say your boss now as you bring us up in your arms. So why don't you run? Why don't you run? To call, to carry me cold and carry me, open up my arms. Well, I love to live under the sea, but water pressure gets to me, waiting at the bottom, waiting for the current to call, to carry me cold and carry me, open up my arms. So why don't you run now? Why don't you run, yeah, away? Well, I'm holding on 'cause to watch the waves, holding on 'cause I'm holding on 'cause I was born to watch the waves, holding on 'cause now you did, oh, now you did, you did it, oh, now you did, oh, now you did it down, you did it down, you did it down, you did it down, you did it whole, you did it whole, you did it down, you did it down, you did it down, you did it down, you did it whole, you did it whole. Okay, go.